Yes, dear students, today we are starting with the next chapter of geography, manufacturing industries. First of all, we'll discuss importance of manufacturing industries. Manufacturing industries are the backbone of Indian economy. How? First of all, industries provide help in modernizing agriculture because all the modern equipments are manufactured in industry. Then, industries provide employment, thus addressing the problem of poverty. Because people get jobs, their problem of poverty is removed. Because of export of goods, the country earns foreign exchange. Because when goods are exported, our country earns foreign exchange, thus improving our GDP. Then, the finished goods are more valuable. So our country will become rich if we trade in finished goods. These finished goods which are manufactured in manufacturing industries. So thus manufacturing industries are the backbone of our economy. Then next we have to understand the definition of manufacturing. We have studied this in chapter 2 of economics. We studied that manufacturing is secondary sector. Like for example, sugar is manufactured from sugarcane, cotton textile is manufactured from raw cotton, like that. Then our next question is how agriculture and industry are dependent on each other. Like in industries, they can grow only raw materials from agriculture because industries require raw material which they get from agriculture. Then how agriculture is dependent on industry? Because agriculture means the farmers want irrigation pumps, fertilizers, insecticides, machines, all the modern equipments that are manufactured in industries. Thus, agriculture and industry depend on each other. Now next is very important topic. What are the factors affecting location of industries? That if a person wants to set up industry, what are the factors which will influence the location of the industries? The most important factor is raw material. Like for example, cotton industry setup, cotton is available, jute industry setup where jute is grown, iron steel industry setup where iron is mined. So most of the industries are set up where raw material is available nearby. We'll be studying more examples for these in the coming portion of the chapter. The main factors, first we have discussed raw materials, then there should be market for the finished goods. There should be transport facilities, good roads, railways, seaports. Then finance is required, that is money is required to invest. Labor is required, both skilled, unskilled. Land is required to construct factory. Power, that is electricity is required. Then government policies, they should encourage people to invest in our country. There should be such policies that invite industrialists, that encourage industrialists. We read this in liberalization, globalization portion just in economics chapters just now. Now next is our question. How do industrialization and urbanization depend on each other? That is, industries and cities grow together. Like cities provide markets, banking facilities, insurance facilities, transport, labor, people live there, consultancy services, financial advice. All these facilities are possible only in cities. So cities and industries grow together because industries require all these facilities. So when industries and cities grow together, we call it agglomeration economies. Like we can see most of the big cities are formed like this. Like for example, Bangalore and Hyderabad, they are spreading with industry. The cities are expanding with industrial growth. Now next is figure 6.1 of your book. In this, you have to understand what are the input factors of production required for industry. In inputs, like for example, raw material, we require raw material, we have discussed just now. Cotton is required for cotton industry, like that. Component parts, if it is a manufacturing industry of a car, they require component parts required for making of that car. Similarly, then factors of production are land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, who is the industrialist, who is setting up the business, industry, infrastructure, it means good roads, electricity. Then we require transport. Labor reaches the factory through transport. Then products which are manufactured, they are sent to the market through transport. When their products reach market and then they are sold, there is earning and money is earned. That money is again used in inputs, in purchasing raw material, in giving charges to the labor, means salaries to the labor, investment is done. So this figure 6.1, which is given in your book, this you have to understand. You also have to learn what are the inputs, means you should be knowing the examples of inputs and factors of production. So today we wind up the chapter. Okay, beta?